There's a dark side to this world that most people do know of, but most people would rather truthfully not want to know of. I recently came across this video where they went down into the underground tunnels of Las Vegas, Nevada, where homeless people run around freely doing drugs and other things and being left to die in those sewages. Now, with that being said, in today's video, we're actually going to take a look at these clips here. And I want to leave us with a Bible verse that may challenge each and every single one of us.
Does this hurt when you look at it in your eyes?
Yeah, it's a laser, man. It hurts. It doesn't
Sorry
hurt.
about that.
It doesn't hurt when you put it in your eyes.
No, like it's like I'm like from another place and shit. Like I can like look into the sun and I can like sit there and shine lasers in my eyes. And it makes me feel better, like awake. I don't sleep. I'm a vampire.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm Nosferatu. I just woke up recently though. Like check it out. You see?
Yeah.
So you say you didn't sleep.
I'm like a dark shaman priest.
Yeah.
I used to worship Satan. Lucifer is like the main thing. I just remember these names are probably today.
You worshipped him before?
Well, no, never. Like I'm my own guy. I don't worship shit, but I got people's backs. Drugs, you know what I mean? If y'all wanted to take maybe like a hit.
Which drug do you prefer?
I like blues. I would quit crystal if I had blues, like a prescription and shit or whatnot. I like morphines and shit.
So, as we can see here with this specific individual, guys, yes, drugs are a serious thing. Mental health is a serious thing, but the dark demonic side of things, the spiritual realm, is extremely real here. This gentleman is claiming that he used to be a dark priest shaman, that he used to worship Satan and live for him. Guys, this is a common practice that happens in this homeless community. I know for my wife and I, when we would go out to the inner cities and share the gospel with the homeless and talk with the homeless and help them out, bring blankets and water and food, etc., we need to be willing to go into those inner cities, to go to those places that most people won't, to share the gospel, to be a light, to be the salt to these people who are lost, who are broken, and who are dealing with very serious things. Now, there's hope as well, and we're going to see that in this next clip.
Why did you originally come to Vegas?
I was getting in a lot of trouble back home, and I had a friend that lived out here. He was a cook, and I was a cook at the time. I came out here to kind of try and change my life, and when I landed, very quickly I realized he wasn't so much a friend as much as a using buddy, you know what I mean? So I landed here, we were in a bad neighborhood, and it was really the environment, right? The environment, I was able to continue to do what I was doing. So I was kind of able to hold it together for a while, get married, had kids, and eventually it kind of came to an end.
And then, when did you first hear about the tunnels?
I didn't hear about it until I was like 2 or 3 years homeless. I had relapsed, was homeless right away, I was living on the surface. And when you're homeless, like there's no resources. You don't know where anything is, you know what I mean? So I kind of had to learn on the fly. And it kind of progressed, right? I was, the area I talked about, Fourmaster, is like a major hub for homelessness in Las Vegas. And got used to being homeless, figured out my hustles and all that. And then I went to another area of town called by the Rescue Mission. And while I was there, I built up a group of friends and people that I used to hustle with and get high together. And the day came, a buddy was like, hey, come over here, come check this out with me. I went with him. He introduced me to what would be my tunnel for the next 2.5 years.
What was life like those first few years in the tunnel?
Little sense of community, you know what I mean? And but it was also a lot of chaos too, you know what I mean?
Now, this gentleman is from the Shine a Light Foundation, which is in Vegas, and this group goes down to these tunnels and helps the homeless in this community. Because each and every individual person in the Shine a Light Foundation that does this came from the tunnels. So this is something that is possible. People are able to come from the muck and the dirt of these underground Las Vegas tunnels, the drugs, the abuse, the alcohol, all of those things, and actually have hope. And so with this, foundation that's out there, that's exactly what they're doing. They're bringing supplies. They're trying to help, trying to be a lending hand. And we need more of this. Now, this next clip is going to be of Jay, who kind of shares his side of things and what actually scares him the most being in these tunnels.
I brought a friend, he wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
So where are you from, bro?
New Hampshire,
You're
East
from-
Coast.
Oh,
yeah.
which part of New Hampshire?
Like, I grew up in Chichester, but I lived in Concord most of
Nice.
it.
And how long you been out here in Las Vegas?
Too long. Like 10 years, 12 years, I don't know, a long time.
What's it like to live down here?
It's horrible. Yeah, there's no plus side to it in any way. It can flood at any time, even though we have a drought. Thievery is always a problem, and then seriously haunted.
Haunted?
Oh yeah.
In what ways?
Some stuff's from here, some's not. I mean, basically, I suppose.
So there's no sense of community, like people getting along, or every man for themselves?
I mean, it used to be a community, but those days are gone. I can't even tell you who lives here.
Is there anything that you want that you don't have right now?
All material objects have zero value to me. I've had all my stuff stolen so many times and bulldozed. It's absolutely irrelevant. That has no value whatsoever.
Wow.
Money really has no value. I mean, like I say that, that's sad. I mean, I got a bunch of money in the bank, got Social Security. I'm 100% disabled. I get money every month. It goes into a bank account that I can't get because I don't have my ID.
But it sounds like there is an escape for you.
No, there is, and I don't give a about the money in any way. You have no idea how much I mean. I could care less.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you down here?
The haunting thing's pretty serious. I mean, I don't even tell people about this. There's demons, there's that's from here, there's shit not from here.
You've seen demons?
Oh yeah.
What do they look like?
They're blacker than black.
So it's interesting here what Jay has to say. The thing that actually scares him the most in these tunnels are demons. Guys, I keep saying it, but the spiritual realm is extremely real, and the darkness surrounding it all is ever present. We need to be willing to go and be the salt and light. We need to be willing to go out and be a helping hand to these people in need. Jay can care less about the materialistic things of this world. And he just wants to get out of these tunnels. But addiction is real. And we can't just expect people on their own to get out of these tunnels. And it made me think of a specific Bible verse found in Matthew chapter 25, verses 35 to 40, where it says, this is Jesus saying, "For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? Or when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you?" And the king will answer and say to them, "Assuredly I say to you, insomuch as you did it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me." Let's be the salt and light to those in need, and not just look at the homeless as they're useless and they stink and they don't need to be in society. No, these are human beings with souls that the Lord cares for. So let's be that light. Let's give them the treasure that is found in Christ and help them get out of the streets. Enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the BTteam Ministry YouTube channel, as well as drop a like and leave a comment down below. Would love to know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, you might like this one over here.